Hello there! Today I want to tell you about Canadian Thanksgiving Day. I can presume that a lot of people think it is the same as in the US, but it is not. And here it is why. Canadian Thanksgiving Day is a holiday in Canada that takes place on the second Monday in October each year. It is a great time to meet with your family, friends, people you love and care about. So, what is Thanksgiving Day? What does this holiday mean to people in Canada? And why is it so important that a lot of employers give a day off to their employees? And here's what I want to tell you about it. Thanksgiving is time for Canadians to think about things they can be and they are thankful for. Canada is a great country, a huge territory, many resources, a diverse landscape, mountains, prairies, forests, rivers, lakes, you name it. People have homes to live in and jobs to do. There are a lot of different opportunities to get education and improve your life. People are free to say what they think and what they want. Immigrants are welcome from all over the world with their backgrounds, customs, and traditions. And there are a lot of religions people can practice here, and nobody will say anything to them. In many places of the world, it is not true, unfortunately. So every year on the second Monday of October, Canadians gather with their beloved ones and say thank you to each other and celebrate Thanksgiving Day. But it's not just about present gifts that people are thankful for. It's also about the past, because who are we without our roots? No? So if you don't mind, I would like to tell you a few words right now about the origins of this festivity. As you may know, Canada is a rather young country. It is just a little bit more than 150 years old, but Indigenous peoples have lived here for centuries, and for many hundreds of years they have celebrated the bounty of fall harvest with feasting, dancers, prayers, and other ceremonies. And these are such amazing traditions. I just adore the way that Indigenous peoples care about nature. Nature is our home, and we must protect and care about her. And their traditions are so meaningful and important because we must be thankful for everything that we are given. We must protect our nature. We must do it not just once a year, of course. We must do it every day. But Thanksgiving Day is a special occasion to be thankful for, to be grateful for everything that we have. But let's get back to Thanksgiving Day. So, the first earliest known celebrations of Thanksgiving in Canada took place back in 1578 when Sir Martin Frobisher, an English colonist, started his third journey to the Canadian territories from England with the intention to start a small settlement here. And nevertheless, that their journey began just at the beginning of their summer. There were a number of misfortunes during their journey, during their trip. Stormy weather, freezing cold, and dangerous ice, and there was even a wreck on the iceberg of one of his ships. So when they got to the Canadian territories, he and his crew were pretty disappointed and sad. And to cheer his men up, he decided to make a celebration with their salt beef and mushy peas, nothing special, but still, and they gather and give thanks to each other for making it across the ocean. As for the first traditional Thanksgiving feasts, they took place back in 1750 in Nova Scotia. However, there was no official day of celebrated Thanksgiving, and people just held events when they thought it was appropriate and when they had time. And it was not before 1957 when the Canadian government decided that's it, and they said that the Thanksgiving Day would take place on the second Monday in October every year. So how does it look like today? Most symbols of Thanksgiving relate to the fall harvest, of course. The cornucopia, corns, pumpkins, vegetables and fruits, maple leaves, and so on. And the cornucopia is the best known symbol of the Thanksgiving Day. It is also called the horn of plenty. It has the shape of a goat's horn, filled with fruits and vegetables, and it represents the bounty of fall harvest. Corn is another symbol of this holiday. It was a staple food for many indigenous peoples here in America, and when the first European settlers came here, indigenous peoples taught how to cultivate corn. Being grateful for this, a lot of people nowadays decorate their houses with corn stalks and flowers. What else Canadians use to decorate their porches and houses are pumpkins. Huge, small, green, yellowish, bright orange, decorative squashes, and so on. But Canadians use pumpkins not just for decorating their houses. They also make their favorite Thanksgiving dessert with them, pumpkin pie, and you should definitely try one. I will leave a recipe in the description below. It is not just delicious, it is also very healthy. As I already mentioned, most Canadians have a day off work on Monday, on Thanksgiving Day. Children don't need to go to school, students are as well at home. People have 3 days in a row to devote to their family and friends. It is called the long weekend. And sometimes some Canadians can travel to other parts of the country to visit their relatives there. And weather, it is still pretty warm and pleasant, and most Canadians don't waste the opportunity and try to spend some more time outdoors. Hiking, cycling, camping, fishing, canoeing, you name it. People here in Canada are really grateful for the last warm days before winter takes control over the country. Football is another passion of Canadians. A lot of people enjoy watching their Canadian Football League Thanksgiving Day Classic. Only twice a year, the league plays on Monday afternoons. Once on Thanksgiving Day, and the other one is on the Labor Day. And of course, most Canadians have a traditional meal on Thanksgiving. While the actual Thanksgiving holiday is on Monday, but Canadians can gather for their traditional Thanksgiving feast on any other day during the long weekend. And Sunday is considered the most common for that because it's pretty rational choice. No, on Saturday, the day before, you can relax after the working week before, and on Monday you can have a great time with your immediate family and relax before the next working week. And as for Sunday, the day in the middle, you can have a great party and spend a wonderful time with your extended family and friends. The dinner. It includes roasted turkey and stuffing and mashed potatoes with gravy and cranberry sauce, sweet potatoes, sweet corn, a variety of fall vegetables and fruits, and pumpkin pie, of course, don't forget about it. And as nowadays a lot of people from all over the world live in Canada, there can appear some other dishes on their Thanksgiving table, like pierogies, haggis, butter tarts, roasted pig or chicken, and a lot of other pretty delicious things. But of course, Thanksgiving is not just about tasty food. It's a great time for everyone to realize that we are blessed, that we are blessed to be alive, to be next to our family and friends, to live in peace, to have different opportunities for improving our life, and to be thankful for everything we have. And I want to wish to all of you, no matter what country you're from, no matter if you celebrate Thanksgiving Day or not, I want to wish to all of you to have your own reasons to be thankful for everything you have. Yes, I know, the world is struggling right now, and struggling a lot. There are a lot of problems and conflicts and misunderstandings out there, but we can change it. We just need to be a little bit more patient, a little bit more supportive sometimes, a little bit more sympathetic. And first of all, we need to be more thankful to people who care about us, our parents, our children, our relatives, and our friends. Let's be more human and we'll cope with everything. Happy Thanksgiving Day!